is Tomomi Galliano, Certified Zentangle Teacher. Today is day 3 of Inktober 2023. Today's tangle is Caro. This is a very special tangle, and I'm going to tell you why it's so special as we tangle together. But let's get going. And Caro is a fragment. So we're going to create a grid or reticular first. I'm gonna do 4 corner dots and a border with my pencil, just like I did with day 1 when we did Be Light. So I'm gonna create pencil border, and I'm gonna create a bunch of triangular space. Sorry, I was a little off camera. So this you can do with pen if you feel comfortable, but you can do with pencil if you feel like you may need a few tries. So I'm gonna put a line in the middle, and I want to create I want to create hexagon shape around here, which is basically hexagon is a 6 triangles together. So let's try this. If I do something like this, you see I have triangle here. It's like an equilateral triangle almost. It doesn't have to be perfect, and maybe it goes around here. And you can make micro adjustment. This is pencil. And then based on this shape, I'm gonna extend these lines to create grid that extends all the way to the edge of the paper. So this is going to be my grid. So with reticular and fragment, your grid is going to be drawn with pen. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace over this grid first. I'm going to leave the border as they are with pencil. And then even now I can still make micro adjustment if I want to. So these lines are supposedly parallel. And this is hand-drawn grid, so it's not going to be perfect. Like here, my lines are a little wobbly, but it's not gonna matter much once you have everything drawn inside. So this is my grid. Okay, and the Caro, let's do on this one, just like day 1, I want to start with the complete shape, complete triangle, not the one on the edge. So you're gonna add a dot to indicate a center, and then you're gonna add 3 hearts starting from this center dot going towards 3 corners of triangle, touching the side of triangle. And then according to step out, you're going to aura inside this triangle. So when I say the step out, it goes, you put the line here, you put the line here, and then you're gonna add a little orb. But I find it easier to add an orb first and just ink in between space so that my orb doesn't get too squished. And then you ink in these little spaces that you have a little. This is the basic idea of Caro, and we're going to repeat this. Oh, and wait, one more step. Sorry about that. And you have a little bit of things like this. I guess it's a smaller heart, or two lines, or however you want to see the shape. Like this, to create a clover. I think that's the inspiration of the shape is inspired by clover. But as we tangle together, I want to tell you why this tangle is so special. This tangle is designed by who's the name? Lucy Farran. Lucy Farran CZT. I'm sorry, they blanked out the name. She's a CZT certified Zentangle teacher in UK, and this tangle was created by her, but in honor of Caroline McNamara in Ireland. She's another CZT in Ireland, and she passed away a few years ago in an unexpected car accident. And this tangle was created in the memory of Caro, hence the name Caro. And she's a Irish CZT. I think that's why she took inspiration. Lucy took inspiration from the clover design. But just such a sweet, bittersweet, I guess, bittersweet tangle. But I'm sure Caroline is smiling, looking at all these beautiful tiles that they were creating. What's the tangle that was created to honor her? I didn't get to meet her in person, but I've seen her in different online platforms and social things. That she was very active in, I guess, among European CZTs, or the UK area, especially hosting events and just serving the community. That's what she was known for, serving the Zentangle community. So I'm glad that her legacy lives on in a very, very beautiful way as a tangle. So as we tangle this, let's enjoy each stroke, the moment together. Let us be grateful that we are in this beautiful community of artists, surrounded by just wonderful, wonderful people. And I am honored to be part of this community of artists. And I'm glad that you are here tangling with me. And whatever you're doing, wherever you may be today, that perhaps you can say a little prayer for Caroline and her family as you remember her. And perhaps every time you tangle, you use this tangle, you can remember her name, her stories. So thank you for tangling with me in honor of Caroline, using this tangle Caro. And I know that you're gonna create something super, super beautiful. Yours may be looking completely different, but that's the best part. No two Zentangle arts or pieces are gonna look the same. So enjoy inking in, enjoy each line. And I probably haven't talked much about Inktober, and some of you may be wondering, what the heck is she talking about? Inktober I'd never heard of. Inktober is, this is a little off center, maybe around here. Inktober idea is initially introduced by Jake Parker, I think. Not James, I think Jake Parker. He's an artist, and this is not limited to Zentangle, but in the month of October, Jake publishes the list of prompt for artists to create something every day in the month of October. And these prompts can be something like, I don't know, smile, or something like color, like blue or red, or could be emotion, like sadness, or could be a thing. It really it can be anything, just a random prompt that he has for every day of October. And the artist creates something depending on whatever medium the artist uses to create something every day during the month of October. This is just to kind of challenge artists to push their creativity and work on their own art on a consistent, daily, every day. I mean, you don't have to feel pressured to do something every day, but just by doing something every day, you learn a lot, and you get into this creative flow. So I encourage you to participate in Inktober in any form that makes sense to you. Perhaps doing something every day is a little too hard with your schedule. Maybe you want to do Inktober. Wait, I got a little lost. My heart is here, and so here's my triangle, so it's gonna look like this. So you see, it gets a little tricky as I get closer to the edges, because I have incomplete shapes. That's why I always start my grid tangles or fragments from the middle, where I have a complete shape to work with. But anyways, yeah, participate in Inktober in a way that makes sense to you, that you can enjoy. There's no point in being stressed about art. If you feel doing something every day is too much, just take a break and do something every other day or once a week or whatever. But what's fun is when you participate in Inktober, you see all these other artists doing, taking the same prompt and using it to create something beautiful and interesting. So that's the benefit of Inktober. It really benefits the entire creative community. So I'm grateful that there are several lists of tangles for the Zentangle artists. And this one in particular that I'm using is published by Stephanie Jennifer in Singapore, and it's in the link is in the comment section of or under this video, that you can find and download the PDF file. And in the file that she has not only the list but links to step out for each tangles. So this is a very handy resource to have, and she provided for everybody for free. So thank you, Stephanie, for doing this every year for us and everything else you do for Zentangle community. You see how you were working on inside of each small triangle space, but now this fragment start to disappear, and this kind of different shape here, you see here, started to appear. This is called the matter pattern. Matter pattern is when you're drawing a pattern that there's unintentional or intentionally, sometimes the different pattern emerges by you creating certain patterns. So that's a beautiful matter pattern that you're witnessing right in front of your eyes. That when you are all done and look at your tile, you say, hey, that's what I was trying to draw, but hey, that's a beautiful shape, beautiful pattern right here. How did that happen? That is the magic of matter pattern. That's one of the fun things that happens in Zentangle, sometimes accidentally, sometimes intentionally. And when somebody else look at your piece, that person would never know if it was just by accident or you did this intentionally. So just enjoy being in the moment. And I am almost done, and I am going to do just a simple shading. But again, thank you for tangling with me, and thank you Lucy for creating this beautiful pattern, and thank you Caroline for your dedication and love for Zentangle community. So we're gonna add shading around the border, and also since I have this interesting matter pattern, that's where I'm gonna shade to bring I guess I'm bringing this heart shaped forward and pushing this matter shape down, but adding a little bit more drama to this beautiful matter shape. Gonna soften this. And I'm actually gonna add some highlight. Where is my white? There it is. To the center of this matter shape to see how it's gonna look like. You kind of bring the attention to this matter shape. Oh, it's kind of nice. And I'm gonna use my white gel pen You can do this with any other colors too and bring brightness to this tile a little bit. Now this is a lot of repetition. I worked really small on a small piece of paper, but still, this is such a bite-sized project. You can do this to help you sleep. Only takes you maybe 15-20 minutes. Thank you for tangling with me, and I'm going to add my chalk. And this was day 3 of Inktober 2023, and I will see you tomorrow.